Ultima Weapon. And Gaius.
Allow me then, hero, to do that which you will not. To the true power of the Ultima Weapon.
The Ultima Weapon has partaken of a power of icons. None can stand against it. Yep, that is true right now. None can stand against it. We barely do any damage. Still, just keep hitting on it. Hearken unto me, crystal bearer. Thy foe is darkness clad in steel. If thou wouldst triumph, thou must look to the light. And with these words of Rhytatyn, now it's vulnerable. Now we can fight. I believe we're missing the effects of Rhytatyn here. Ruder's essence torn from the Ultima Weapon. Ow, I didn't pay attention and died. Lol. It's the first for everything, I guess. Towards triumph, look towards the light. Titan as well? Impossible. Thou wouldst triumph, thou must look to the light. No, how are you doing this?
But the Ultima Weapon is all-powerful. Why does my enemy still stand? Can her strength truly be so great?
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
Lahabrea.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal she bears.
So, this is what empowers her.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light. And so it shall, for the Ultima Weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima Weapon lies within its now beating heart.
Lahabrea, what have you done?
Screwed you over.
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. And from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, Hydaelyn. It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Baelsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
Ultima Weapon again. Most unexpected. You're possessed of a great might this will allow, yet yours is one of the might of a ruler. Such is a difference between us, a difference that will assure my victory. Ultima? Curse you, Ascian. How much destruction must you wreak before you're satisfied? I have not the strength to shield you again. And something else.
No! No, no, no! Yeah! Heed me. The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
I believe this shows that Gaius truly cared about Eorzea. We just not agree with his methods. But he truly wanted to help.
Pathetic. You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon. The ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man. The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition. Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn. Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover. And naught but the return of the one true god will ensure her complete excision. Yet, to pave the way for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. And that will necessitate the presence of the primals. Needless to say, both you and your scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive.
You will see.
It is past time your flame was extinguished, bringer of light.
Again, Hydralin effects I can't see because the battle's already begun. Haha, you're strong, warrior of light. Yet know that if I should perish, so too will the mortal within whose flesh I reside. Now make your choice and live with it. Mark not the dark minion's subtle words. Only light may banish the darkness. Receive of me this power, my child, and raise thy crystal aloft.
If thou wouldst pierce the shadows, make thee a blade of light.
What?
Hydralin. Our comrades.
The light, it binds them. They are too many.
And the crystal of darkness bursts. Now, as we enter the dungeon, now there follows the end cutscene and the credits, and then another cutscene. I will cut out the credits because the credit scenes here hold the record for the longest credit scenes overall. I believe an hour and 18 minutes or something like that. I probably just put an unlisted episode link, in the in the description, and then if you truly want to see credits, go ahead. Okay, now How do we get out of here? Maggie is back. Thank you.
And so my conquest ends, Cid. In smoke and ashes.
Run.
Hear, feel, think. Warrior of light, beloved daughter. The darkness hath fled before the unclosed brilliance of thy spirit. Yet it lingereth still beyond the sight of men, in forgotten corners of the world. In the depths of the abyss yet resideth the Dark One, watchful ever, till this evil be cast out. Never shall the world know aught but a passing peace. Yet for the present, a gentle light shineth o'er the realm of Eorzea. With thee at its heart. From sparkling moat shall it swell to glorious sun, and all the world shall bask in its warmth. Blessings and joy be upon thee. Go forth, my child, and be as a beacon of hope for Eorzea and the lands beyond through all the days of thy life.
My lady, all Twin Adder units have fallen back to the outer perimeter.
The Flames have completed their withdrawal, General.
Admiral, all hands accounted for.
She's still in there.
Cid, has there been no word?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Damnation!
She's going to make it, I know she is.
Ida is right. We must have faith.
Cid, can they not be evacuated aboard the Enterprise? That adventurer and the Scions are as the Warriors of Light reborn. We cannot abandon them to their fate. Not again.
I wholeheartedly agree, but flying into the midst of that would only add to the fireworks.
There must be something we can do.
Please, Mother Hydaelyn.
Please light her way through the darkness.
Look into the light, my child. If thou would see thy companions returned safe to thee, reach out to them now.
There!
Oh!
Oh, cutting it close here.
Yay! Our warrior of light.
Yes! The hero returns!
Look! Thancred is with her!
Thank the 12!
Thank Hydaelyn. Welcome home.
You almost got us killed that one time, remember?
Now, we both know that was your fault.
Thank the 12 we're safe.
Mind your horns there, man-bull.
Mayhap when you mind your manners.
Though the crystal that bound Thancred is no more, I doubt we can say the same of And even if we could, we know that he is not alone. Confounded Ascians. Their god may be unknown to us, but their zeal is unquestionable. Suffice it to say, it would be folly to assume that they no longer pose a threat. Nevertheless, for now, we must savor what peace we have won, however ephemeral. Do you see, Grandfather? Our first step towards realizing the dream for which you gave your life.
Friends, the dread night of Imperial tyranny and Ascian machination is ended. A new day now begins in Eorzea.
True to their name, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, along with our champion, have delivered us from darkness.
Let their shared victories serve to remind us of our shared history. And let their bravery in the face of adversity inspire future generations.
Doubt not, the realm will need bravery in the days to come. Old rifts threaten to divide us within our walls, while hordes of beastmen claw at our gates. And though the Black Wolf be slain, the rest of the pack remains. Yet no foe need we fear, so long as we stand as one.
So long as the Scions stand for peace.
So long as our champion stands fast. For there exists no adversity over which we may not jointly prevail.
No longer can we turn a blind eye to the suffering of our allies.
No nation stands alone. If one should fall, so shall we all. Eorzea is our shared home. For any one of us to know peace, so too must our neighbor.
Just as we join in solidarity before you this day, so too shall our grand companies be joined henceforth to strive not only for the good of mere nations, but for the good of all the realm.
Change will not come overnight. Yet I foresee a day, not so very far from now, when the lines that divide our lands fade, and all of Eorzea is one.
It has been but 5 short years since the Battle of Cartano. 5 years since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. No victory, however sweet, can wash away our bitter sorrows. No triumph can reclaim those we lost. Yet do not presume you honor them by dwelling on the past. It was not the past they fought for. You would repay their sacrifice by looking to the future.
A future united, as the warriors of light united in the champion.
Now is the time for us to rise as one, bearing all of Eorzea on our shoulders.
5 years ago, Eorzea bore witness to the end of the 6th Astral Era. Now, the 7th Umbral Era draws to a close, yet we come together not to glory in its end, but to mark a new beginning.
Let it be writ that on this day, by the light of the crystal, Eorzea ushered in a new era.
The 7th Astral Era is come! And thus is ours a realm reborn!
Title drop. Dark crystal. And I assume this is the dark one, but looks like Hydaelyn, but in dark.
What is it?
What was that?
That roar. It can't be.
Did you hear that?
There's no time to spare!
Where is it coming from?
Dread tidings! Chaos and carnage!
It is an abomination! A primal has awakened!
Which one? Where? Lahabrea.
Cast Bahamul move.
Bahamut stirs.
One Azaz move star.
As will the others along.
Fanza lokpai ki had Aldorn Zur, Ukdorn.
'Tis not a question of whether Eorzea's champion shall yield, but of when.
We next starve Chemuv, the only cause that pause right ball.
And with each passing moment, we draw closer to the reckoning. To the one true God. To Zodiac. And thus did dawn break on a realm reborn. But where there's light, there's always shadow. Applause, applause. And here are the three brothers, of which you meet one depending on the starting tone. I come a long way since I first saw you running around the Waking Sands. I know I told you to become a storied personage I could brag about having met, but I never thought you'd go so far to oblige me. I reckon a lot more folk will take up adventuring after hearing about what you've done. Brave men and women all hoping to become the next wield. Were you? By the gods, to think that this ragtag band of idealists could lay the 14th law. This is a tale straight from a storybook. I imagine my former associates will find it most appealing. After all, what young ruffian hasn't at one point fancied himself a hero in the making? I think I may bring more than a few recruits back with me from the 12th Wood. We had a vigil at the church and the word came of your success. I cannot express how relieved I am to see you safely return, Wield. I think we could all do with a good rest, don't you? I know I could. I still haven't had time to think about everything that happened. About Nero and Gaius. One day I hope to become a hero to the people like you. A hero like Abba and Orly were to me. Watching you live a life of a free adventurer has helped me realize that I can't keep putting off my dreams forever. I've been talking with Vetch about opening a workshop independent of Garland Ironworks. Maybe in Wilburn, I don't know. Working with a chief is great and all, but someday I want to build my own enterprise, you know? You're an inspiration to us all, Red. An honest to God's hero that never gives up, never gives in. And neither will I. I'll win Tataru's heart. See if I don't. So a new era has begun. On such a momentous occasion, I find it good to have for the soul to tie up loose ends. Huh? What would I suggest you do? Why, the same thing you always do after accomplishing a task. Report them in Philia. It ends where it begins, my friend. I realize I've been in the cause of tremendous consternation, and for that I deeply apologize. But you haven't time to waste chatting with me. Manphili is expecting you. The land my master sheltered from oblivion has been delivered unto the new beginning by the hand of a warrior of light. Thus doth history mark the passing of an era. The dawn doth brighten the sky, and shineth o'er this nascent age of hope. And though the clouds gather to mute the sun's rising glory, I would walk far with thee under its gentle glow. Welcome back, warrior of light. We, all of us, prayed for your safe return. The 7th astral era has dawned, setting in motion a myriad of new beginnings. I suspect our paths will diverge from our time. Have you said your farewells to the Scions? We all decided to give you a special surprise welcome, just like we once in heroic epics. Your story took many twists and turns, but you managed to get to the happy ending. Let's hope for more happy endings to come. When men go as one, there's life, and where there's life, there's cause to hope. The light of hope shines brilliantly within you, Wild. I only wish my grandfather were here to see it. The Archons have conducted a preliminary investigation to the origins of a roar that rang out during the celebration. Their findings strongly suggest that the new primals appeared. The war generated a distinct wave pattern in the aether, a pattern observed only once before in history. 5 years ago, to be precise. I should like to think it mere coincidence, yet we cannot discount the possibility. Well, I trust I need say no more. At great sacrifice, we delivered Eorzea from a threat posed by the Empire and the Primals, and thereby secured peace. We cannot well allow the realm to be plunged into chaos once more. You have given your all for our cause, risking life and limb on I know not how many occasions. Yet our struggle continues, and we need you now no less than before. Please continue to stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm, of its very star. Funnily enough, this war is a quest you can entirely ignore, because that is the raid for a realm reborn. The Binding Coils of Bahamut. You can now fly in all the ARR zones. However, there are two quest lines you cannot ignore because they eventually become mandatory. Either you do them later or you do them now. It doesn't matter. This is a recurring problems, which are the level 50 versions of Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan, and the other is in Madonna. Where is he? From this outlandish man starts the Crystal Tower Alliance raid line. Alliance are the 24-man raids, while Bahamut is the 8-man raid. This is also mandatory at some point within the patch content story. They say you cannot continue here until you have done this. Okay, but that shall be it for this episode, and actually this character, because I continued the patch quests with the character I did the pre 5.3 quests up to here, with Desiree Klingor. She continues from here on out through the post 5.3 patches main story. Okay, until then, I am Ace, and don't get lost.